So this is a little video update on where I'm at with my VW Beetle project. It's a 1972 1300, but it's got a 1500 single port engine in it. We bought it back in March. We've been doing a few jobs on it, trying to get it to a point where it's roadworthy enough to go in for an MOT test. So up until this point we had fixed things like the alternator, got it charging again, wired up the lights, got all the lights wired up back up, put the front end back on it. We bought it in pieces. There was no wings or anything on it. So we got it to the point where it could go for an MOT. So it went in yesterday, and I was quite surprised by how little work it needed to get it roadworthy. So it did fail the test, but not on a huge amount. A few spots of localized rust, mainly there's one hole in the rear wheel arch, one hole in the front near side wheel arch. There's a bit of welding to do in the spare wheel well in the front. I think it's got one bent steering arm, I think, or slightly kinked steering arm, and the washers don't work. But apart from that, it failed on very little, just a few patches of rust. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it. So what we're going to do now is get the welding done and then put it back in for a retest and get it passed. But yeah, if I just stop this a sec, I'll pull it out. Runs an absolute treat. Yeah, so it failed. I don't know if you can see, but there's one small hole there on the inner wheel arch. Around the front there is a few small localized holes in the spare wheel well, and I'm not entirely sure whether to cut the panel out entirely and put a new wheel well in it, or just to patch it. It's not like I'm doing this to turn it into a full-on restoration mint car. The purpose of it is just to make the car solid and usable, and to save it, basically, to stop it being crushed. Because if I don't do something with it, it's just going to end up in a scrapyard. And she's so solid. Like I said, the reason I bought this car is because all the floor pans are being replaced in previous years, so the floors are really solid and the heated channels are solid. They picked up no rust on the MOT test on the floor pans or the heated channels, so they're all really good. There is another small hole there. I don't know if you can see it marked in yellow. It has been plated there before, but yeah, there's no hole there. And I think there's one small hole on the rear jacking point. Nothing major at all though. So the holes that it has got, the small bit of corrosion it does have, are very isolated. Nothing major at all. So yeah, the project so far is going well. It'd be good to get it on the road. Inside's very original, it's got all the original seats. The driver's side does have a big hole in it, but I'm going to try and patch that somehow. I don't want to change the seats, or I'll keep them original. The original back seats are in good order. But yeah, All the floors and heater channels are really good. They picked up no issues with those on the test. It went straight through the brake test, passed the emissions test. So yeah, just a few more electrical gremlins to sort out. Like I say, with the windscreen wipers and washers not working, but we've got the majority of the lights working now. So yeah, it's coming together. So we have this project on the go, and we also have, well, it's not really a project, but my Fordson Major, we've got to do some work on that as well at some point. I said in the previous video, she's developed a bit of a water leak and we can't find where the water's leaking from. So that is going to be another job we're going to get on now in the next couple of days and try and figure out where this old girl's leaking from. But I've used it again today, and it doesn't appear to lose water when you're using it. It's just it goes overnight, but there's no water in the oil, so which is good. But yeah, we need a bit of further investigation to find out what's wrong with this old girl. Our little Suzuki Jimny here in the back of the shed, that'll be coming out of the shed soon. We'll use this every year for checking the cows when the cows are out in the fields. So that'll be getting dug out of the shed pretty shortly. But yeah, so with the Major and the Beetle, we've got a few things to keep us busy. But yeah, I'm really pleased the way this is going, and hopefully be back on the ring soon.